I think one of the easiest and most practical opportunity that we can capitalize on is to see how we can collaborate together as a region. I mean, having a single liquidity pool is one of the best way for all our exchanges to benefit out of it. And if you can simplify that further by having investors look at a single offering document, it would mean that investors across the region can have the same translation or the same methodology to look at what's investable. And for issuers themselves, what's good is for them to reduce the complexity of tools that they can use, meaning to say that for them to gain access to regional pools of capital, they can potentially have access to a single pool of recognized advisors, be it the investment banks, reporting accountants, or the lawyers, where you approach them in one recognized country. It's applicable across the region from that standpoint. That would bring the biggest value to the region. Investors are becoming increasingly sophisticated, and given that their interest reaches beyond their shores, it's increasingly important to see how exchanges can work together to see how we can create products such as ETFs that matters to investors, ETFs that are thematically relevant. Like for example, in the recent MOU that Bursa Malaysia signed with HKEX, there is a creation of a joint index between Bursa Malaysia and HKEX based on companies that are listed on both exchanges to create an index that would then translate into an ETF going forward. So the investors in Malaysia can gain exposure to companies listed on Hong Kong, and likewise, investors in Hong Kong can also gain exposure to companies listed on Bursa Malaysia. And the important point to that as well is having that particular tie-up with HKEX, we also give access to customers and investors in China through Hong Kong Connect or China Connect to actually invest in this particular ETF. So with one single product, one big collaboration, investors from 3 countries will benefit from it. Sustainable practices are the right path forward. It is the ethical thing to do, where we need to be responsible for the environment that we are given. At Bursa Malaysia, sustainability reporting is actually compulsory for all listed companies, where they are supposed to publish a sustainability report, which actually details what their plans are, their efforts are. And going forward, in line with global best practices anchored on IFRS S1 and S2, the Malaysian MFRS have a similar standard that's anchored on that, which is the S1 and S2 reporting requirements, where we have instituted a stage rollout so-called program where main board companies are required to produce their S1 and S2 company reports as of this year, whilst ACE market companies will be 12 months later from that standpoint. With this particular measurement and disclosure transparency, both through the sustainability reporting, which is the first one, and disclosure standards through S1 and S2, investors will be able to get a good foothold in terms of how companies exhibit their practices. Now, at the exchange itself, what we have actually provided is for the companies themselves access to tools for them to measure their so-called carbon exposure, where Scope 1 and Scope 2 exposures are being able to be measured by the companies using tools that the exchange provide for free from that standpoint, with a very minimal cost to a large extent. While Scope 3 involves a greater study, which we are also able to assist. So with those tools, you're able to come up with a fairly formidable sustainable report plus S1 and S2 disclosure.